had any conversations with Leader Jeffries at all about the CR since the text drop?
We have not since the text drop, but I look forward to talking to them about it. I can't imagine that they would just tell everyone to vote against funding the government when they are all on video 1,000 times saying that would be a great calamity for the country. It is a clean CR. There is zero reason for them not to support it, and I think it's pretty shameful that they're instructing their members not to.
And that's House Speaker Mike Johnson yesterday readying a vote today on a continuing resolution to keep government funded and open at current levels through September. White House sources telling Fox News Digital that President Trump will be making calls to potential Republican holdouts, while Vice President J.D. Vance joins the House GOP's morning conference this morning. Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie already announcing his no vote, meaning Republicans cannot afford another defector if all Democrats vote against this bill. The president now says Massie needs to be primary. He's vowing to lead the charge while noting Massie is, quote, just another grandstander. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul also voiced concerns about the package on X, saying despite DOJ's findings of loony left-wing U.S. aid programs, the Republican spending bill continues to fund the very foreign aid Elon Musk proposes to cut. The bill continues spending at inflated pandemic levels and will add $2 trillion to the debt this year. Joining me now is Pennsylvania Congressman Scott Perry. Congressman, good to see you. Your reaction?
Well, look, Thomas and Rand are good guys. They're not wrong about the overall situation that has been and that has gotten us here. However, I think they're disregarding the context, which context is always important. What we have different this time is a president that's willing to cut all the wasteful spending out of this continuing resolution. Let's be clear about what this does. This actually lowers and freezes spending. It also absolutely eliminates the prospect for another pork-filled omnibus, which is what was coming. So for 6 months, the president can continue on his mission of finding waste, fraud, and abuse unencumbered. It also funds Tom Homan's border security efforts. At the same time, look, it is the best deal that we can get so that we can continue with what we're doing. Otherwise, we're letting Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, and Hakeem Jeffries into the conversation, and everything's going to be 100% worse. So while I haven't loved CRs in the past, and I get that Thomas and Rand don't like them either, this is actually the first time maybe in my time in Congress where there will be a cut in spending because we're not doing any earmarks. There are zero earmarks in this. We took from the Commerce Slush Fund and eliminated it. And we also took money from the expanded IRS and used that to pay for things. So this is actually the first time. Look, it's a small cut and it's a freeze for 6 months, not long, but it is a step in the, this is a complete paradigm shift from my whole time here, completely.
So, I mean, look, you're rooting out fraud. Elon Musk is and Doge, and everyone's focused on this.
Yeah.
What about rooting out fraud from potentially the two programs that have been identified with the highest rates of improper payments? That's Medicare and Medicaid. I know you don't want to touch it, but these two programs have been identified as having the highest rates of improper payments.
Maria, what we don't want to do is touch benefits to people that are justifiably on those programs and are recipients of those benefits. But we do want to root out the fraud, waste, and abuse, the grifting that goes on in association with those programs. If the biggest thing is improper payments, why would we allow that to be to continue going? That means there is less money for the people that need the program, right. And that means that taxpayers have to pay more for programs they're not getting. That right, should be obvious. We always want,
so
fraud, waste, and abuse is always on the table.
So you are looking to cut in wherever the improper payments are then?
I think we have to. That's not in the bill yet. Look, this CR is a first down. The touchdown comes in reconciliation. All we have is a framework out of the House. We're waiting on the Senate to pass something, but that's where we have to look structurally at those things. We don't want recipients to lose their benefits, but we can't pay for things that the improper payments, things that are more money to people that shouldn't be getting them at all or shouldn't be getting that much.
Well, that's what I assumed. Okay, so we'll be watching your work on that. Now, the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, has revoked dozens of security clearances, including for former Secretary of State Anthony Blinken, former National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan, New York Attorney General Letitia James, New York City District Attorney Alvin Bragg, as well as the 51 intelligence officials who lied and signed the Hunter Biden disinformation letter. Gabbard also blocked them from accessing classified information, while Joe Biden will no longer receive daily intelligence briefings. You're on the Intelligence Committee. What do you make of it? What are they losing by this?
Well, what they're losing, look, it's completely appropriate. It's obvious they have abused the privilege. Not everybody gets a national security clearance just so they can have it. It's expensive to own. The government has to pay for that. And what they use it for is to go out and make more money by having contracts with people and businesses that need people with top secret security clearance and connections. They use it to grift. They use it just to make money. They're not there using it to make the United States more safe or better. They're using it to parlay themselves into making more money, and they have shown themselves to have abused the privilege. And once you abuse the privileges, they must be revoked. It's a slap in the face for everybody that maintains the right standards of decorum and lawfulness. And doesn't abuse those privileges and use it as propaganda or something like that in a partisan fashion. That's not what's national. You're supposed to be focused completely on national security, not partisan witch hunts where you use it to go after the people and the party that you disagree with.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, we've lived it all. We've watched it all happen in the last few years. Congressman, real quick on this upcoming Friday deadline, do you think you've got the votes, or will we have a shutdown?
I sure hope we don't have a shutdown. The Democrats have always said that the speaker's right 1,000 times. We can't shut anything down. And now they're using it as leverage for what? So that we can't root out more fraud, waste, and abuse. I hope they go out and try and make that, make that message, give that message to the American people. I don't think there's going to be a shutdown. I think we are going to get there. And look, I said like it's a first down, but it's the first time where we actually cutting and freezing spending in my time here. It is the beginning of dismantling this oversized government that is misspending taxpayer monies at exceptional rates.
Well, we'll take it. That's something to be pleased about. Congressman, it's good to see you as always. Thank you, sir.